To our call here. Eric, are you there?
I am here. How's it going, guys?
Hey there,
Great.
Eric. Thanks for joining us.
Not a problem. Thank you.
All right. So how did your team feel in this matchup?
Um, well, we were pretty confident going into it initially. However, we did have some issues with the rosters, and because of that, those issues really we didn't have our full lineup
Uh,
readily available. So we kind of had to adjust, from our starting squad to kind of our rotation players just in case. So we had a little bit of issues initially with that.
Cool. And, going into this match, and this is the playoff, there's a lot on the line. If you lose, you're out. If you win, you keep going. What factors did you consider when deciding your player lineup?
Some of the factors we mainly try to it's such a difficult question. I would say it's more so amongst the matchups. We try to keep it to where we can be a little bit flexible, and we really study who's better against what matchup. So per se, if we had player A on our team, who's just really good against Zerg, not as strong against Terran or Toss, but just Zerg, let's say like 70-75% win ratio or something ridiculous like that. Whenever that Zerg hits that lineup, that person is immediately the next one to follow if our player doesn't win.
that makes a lot of sense, and obviously it worked out well for you in this matchup. So next week you're going to be facing off with StarCraft Ascension's B team. We were able to see some of what the A team had to offer tonight. Do you have any concerns going into this matchup? Are you feeling confident about this matchup?
Well, in general, SCA is a phenomenal team. They have very good players, very strong players. Some of the members of SCA were actually former OD and vice versa, I believe. But we feel really confident going into the SCA B team, and I think we're going to be able to overcome that and win it and advance on to the next round.
So, with that in mind, One A Day came out. I mean, did anyone expect that he would come out and all kill SMI after being down 2 games?
Wanna kill is a very
Wanna kill?
interesting
That's a good
player.
nickname.
We call him Wanna Kill sometimes, but Wanna Kill is a very interesting player. He's very good at his craft, and I've actually recently had the pleasure of casting him in a few friendlies with Clan Wars, and the man has just made leaps and bounds with his improvement on how he's played, and we didn't really expect him to do an all kill, especially since they put their ace out there first. But once he got over that ace hump, we really felt like he could push that best of nine into a very uncomfortable position for the other team. And he got the all kill. We were really surprised, really happy about that. But we didn't fully expect him to go there just because, things happen here and there. But he's a phenomenal player who definitely earned it throughout the whole series. He plays really, really well and is a very difficult person to beat.
Yeah, it definitely looks that way. I mean, his composition and his gameplay, especially versus Zerg, just seems to be something that the Zergs so far in these matches had a real hard time dealing with, and the other races as well. But it was a really awesome match to cast, and we were happy to do it, and happy that you joined us. But before we let you go, do you have any shout-outs?
Well, I really wanna say thanks to all the guys from Overdosed. I mean, they pulled me out when I was just I'm not a super high player, but they pulled me out because they saw me casting on those 1v1 observers and said, "Hey, we'd like to get you to be a caster." So I got to say thank you to Rob Loves, who's actually not in OD anymore. He just wanted to take some time away. But him, Frisia, there's a bunch of people in OD in general that I'd like to say thanks. And also, if you guys want to help with future tournaments, because we're trying to kind of do the same thing like you guys are doing, except on the 1v1 scale. My twitch.tv/itsvip, actually all that donations that go in there go straight to the tournaments. None of them go to me. I don't take a single penny from it. It just goes straight to events to give back to the community.
Cool. Well, we thank you so much for joining us, and ask that people go out and follow those that are involved with the SC2CTL here, including VIP here. This is about the community, so we want to expose the teams, expose the players, and the members of those teams as much as we can to the community. So all that support is awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you as you move on in the playoffs.
Thanks a lot. You guys have a good one, and thanks again for the interview and putting OD out there.
No problem. We'll talk to you next time.
Our
All right,
pleasure.
you have a good one.
You too.
All right, well, that was Eric VIP from Overdose Gaming. He's their caster. It was great to have an interview with him.